Are you guys able to hear me? The internet cut out. Can you guys hear me? I'm gonna pause until I get confirmation that everybody can hear me. Everybody can hear me? The internet went out briefly. We were having a bunch of thunderstorms down here, so I'm gonna pause and make sure that everyone can still hear me. You're back? Okay, cool. Yeah, the internet was cutting out, so that's been happening because we have a lot of thunderstorms down here. But yeah, basically there's just kind of like a creeper, or a creeping, I should say. Yeah, I gotta be very careful because I mean I get a wide range of scenarios that y'all are living through. This is not anything serious, but it is kind of like that lurkish type energy where something from your past is going to come into play. We've got journal, writing, diary, keeping notes. Yeah, I feel like just kind of write things down if you're noticing somebody talking to you a certain kind of way, or if you're like feeling as though like someone's keeping an eye out because I think they're trying to pin something on you that doesn't belong to you. Hello, love. Welcome back, everybody. We've also got pop-up, spontaneous, unexpected surprise visit. Yeah, you might also have like a visitor of some kind as well that may be related to this issue. There's a lot of tension there. Yeah, because it feels like this whole dynamic and scenario where you were kind of like a peacekeeper, and because you were a peacekeeper, or you tried to like shut things down, this person doesn't like that. So, I don't know. There's just a dynamic and an energy of some of that lingering a little bit. We've got meeting, 2 or more people discussing and planning. Yeah, I do feel like there's also something going to go on with your job as well. Maybe you're going to attend a meeting, or like there's like going to be like a small gathering of people where you're going to get some tea about a past situation that's either going to confirm something or it's going to let you kind of know that you're like free or pushing forward through. We've got regret. Something that's also coming towards you is like, yeah, you might have some regrets about this past situation. Maybe not just this situation, but I feel like there's something about like you've got a little bit of regret about either not feeling capable enough to do something in the past that you should have done, and you're not moving forward from that energy. So your spirit guide team is just saying, hey, we're pushing you in that better direction. We're allowing you to see yourself truly for what you're worth and what you're going through, so that way you can kind of be more reflective. And then finally, we've got settlement, agreement, and compromise. Yeah, there's going to be some sort of scenario coming up with either a friend group or a group of people where you're going to have to make some compromisings. You know, you're going to have to either figure out how to forgive somebody and forget, or at least move forward in a healthier manner with boundaries, or you're going to have to let some people go. There's just kind of this energy of needing to understand yourself more fully and groundedly, so that way you can kind of come forward and be true to yourself. Yeah, this feels like a little messy. There's a little toxicity here, and so just keep in mind that, you know, you're your own autonomous being, and nobody's worth putting up a lot of bullshit, but your spirit guide team's saying, it's okay to compromise on this one. You know, you can find a middle ground with some of these other people, even if they didn't cut this person out. So, anyways, though, Mr. J, that was your reading, so hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for hopping in and hanging out. Let me look at what's going on in the chat. Here's edit. Had X was like that, and one time he knocked out my... Oh my gosh, he knocked out your window. Girl, no. No. Hell no. At least it didn't physically pick you up in your... Yeah, y'all's exes, man, oh my gosh, I would have a word with some of y'all's exes. I'm still shook. That one live stream where like all 3 of y'all were going through stuff, I was like, just... They better not be in the same room as me. All I'm gonna say is no. I got some work to do then. Yeah, no, and you're gonna be fine, Mr. J. I think it's just gonna be... Just be really reassured in yourself and about your decisions as well. Yeah. Okay, Fad, you're up next. Then Love is the Trend, Playboy. Yeah, that's like the next three. So, Fad, you are up. Man. No, I'm so protective of my community because I'm just like, I'm like, absolutely not. Like, I can't believe people just believe they can just get away with this crap. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here. Can I get the same a general reading? Okay, Fad. Let's get it. Let's go. All right. Do you have a crush on someone, Fad? Yeah. Yeah. I see you. I see you. I'm seeing like little crush butterflies. Like, or you're like trying to impress somebody. Like, I can see you totally being like, there's like at my favorite grocery store or like my favorite like place to like shop. There's this guy who like works there and I'm gonna like dress up for him and yeah, I just want to look extra cute. My boyfriend, yeah, I don't know. There's kind of like I feel like you're like trying to get a little more attention than normal. We're on no contact. Oh yeah. I think I remember your situation now. Yeah, I feel like you're just kind of like, if you're not in this energy, okay, so you are doing that. Okay, because I'm sitting here just kind of like, I'm seeing you being like, this kind of like, okay, let's just do my thing, ha ha ha, and yeah, and I feel like it's not entirely working, but it is working at the same time, if that makes any sense. And I'll explain in a minute. So the first card you got is listen to the signals. Pain isn't always a death sentence. Keep moving. Yeah, I'd say keep it moving. I think your boyfriend's a little emotionally immature, and I feel like, listen, you're getting other people's attention. Okay, people are noticing, and if you're trying to make your boyfriend jealous, I feel like he's got a little bit of a hold on you that you should not be allowing him to have. If he is not willing to talk through some of the things that you're going through, at this point, just say, hey, you know what? I would like the attention back. I would like my energy back and my power back. And he does not necessarily need to participate in what's going on with you anymore. I think you should be making him as less of a priority, because if he's not around, if he's not continuing to participate in the relationship, then I'd say, all right, value yourself, go back to being single, and, you know, let this guy figure out what he needs to. Stand up for yourself. Fight. You need to make sure that you are understanding that don't be waiting on guys because while you're sitting here looking cute, you've got Joe Schmo and Mitch over here who are all looking at you and going, okay, I want that. I want that. When's my turn? When's my turn? Right? So have that energy and understand that, you know, if someone else is also looking and willing to put out more than what your boyfriend's giving you, then you need to consider separating from that relationship and understanding that you can do better. Right? And then remember the goal. So there's another thing as well where I don't know if you've been like, I feel like you've been doing like some self improvement type things where essentially you're like, okay, I want to be expressing more gratitude. I want to be more mindful. I want to reduce stress in my life. You know, your spirit guides are saying, remember what your goal is. Okay, make sure that you are taking time to actively throughout the day being like, okay, I know that this thing I'm seeing on the news is stressing me out. Does my attention need to be on this right now? Does it positively or negatively impact me at this time? No? Okay, then I'm going to give myself 5 minutes, have a cry, then I'm going to move on. If there's someone in your life that's trying to get you involved in their drama, pause, have a moment, and say, okay, what are my goals right now? Is this relationship dynamic actually positively impacting me? And over time, as you start catching yourself, then you're going to start to notice and say, oh, this really is not that important. All this time and energy I put into trying to look nice, I was really doing it for me because I was feeling bad. And so why do I need to do that for somebody else to get their attention when I should always be getting attention? Because I look good, because I like feeling good. I like looking pretty and I like feeling pretty. And there's nothing arrogant about that, right? But just don't give other people the control over you, because you've got goals and you've got ambition, even if it is literally just living a more cozy, acceptable experience for yourself. That is a goal. That is legit. Life is hard. So stay true to yourself and don't lose sight of that. We got anxiety, scared, panic. Yeah, don't let your anxiety win. You've already got your own mental health stuff going on that you got to take care of. You don't need to be putting energy into somebody that is clearly focused on themselves. Divine feminine. Yeah, step into your divine feminine energy. Just enjoy existing and enjoying you being you. That is the most feminine thing you can do. I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on femininity that is really tied to appearance and the external, instead of really focusing on just being in your body in the now, being sensual, really feeling yourself out and being comfortable in your own skin and your own space. That is so important, and making sure that you're taking time for that is important. We've got one-sided. Yeah, don't accept one-sided BS. All right, he had his chance. Move on. Now it should be all focused on you. And then we got vengeful, and that's another thing too. Don't be vengeful against this guy. He's clearly immature and not worth your time. And I feel like you gotta watch your mindset about... It's still about control. So even if, for example, you know, you move on to someone else and you're sitting there being like, man, my ex-boyfriend, he didn't give me attention. He didn't do blah, 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 blah. When you put yourself in that situation, you are giving him control over you still. Just move on. Do it without emotion, without a connection. Just being like, hey, this didn't work out. Let's move on. Don't get into that vengeance sphere, because it's going to mess you up and trip you up on where you're going. All right, anyways, that was your reading fad. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, so here is the list currently. Hey, Lily, I can absolutely get you on the list. However, we do have a list of about 10 people before you, so everybody gets a 5-minute reading, okay? But I'll get you on the list. Taco Bell has this new Cantina crispy taco, and I'm telling you, it's the best thing. Ooh! Ooh! Okay, that sounds good. No, you are welcome, Fad. Man, sometimes when I talk, I get like 3 different versions of me coming out. Oh, I see Solidone. Yes, let me get you on the list there, Solidone. All right. Love is the trend. You are up. Then we have Playboy and then Busetta. Love is the trend. Listen, man, Taco Bell, that was my staple in college. However, I just have to be very careful about which Taco Bells I go to, because some of them, I don't know what they do, but the food will fight me. Other ones, that is not the case, but some of them, I've had some experiences. However, I'm very much a Baja Blast type person, so that makes it worth it. Will Jonathan reach out this week? What I'm feeling, it's kind of like a yes and a no. I'm leaning more towards no. Let me get some clarification on that. Your spirit guide teams are telling you to slow down with Jonathan. They're just like, listen, man. Like, and I say that because we got baby steps, okay? So, like, your guides are literally just like, okay, take it one step at a time. It's okay. Deep breaths. You got this, love. Like, it's okay. The next card you got is do it, but don't do it that way. So I feel like, are you like particularly doing some manifestation, some sort of like an intentional manifestation towards this person? Because your spirit guide team is saying like, listen, we got you, but you're putting in too much energy to make the results of this happening. It says, how does it change the situation? Yeah, so there's also the question coming up of being like, if he does reach out to you, how is that going to improve the situation? And how is that going to make you feel better in the moment? Because there's a little bit right now, I feel like a disconnect between, okay, you want this connection with Jonathan, right? And Jonathan sees you, he hears you, you do have at least enough of a back and forth. The problem now is turning into, what am I gaining about this dynamic with the situation? Why am I reaching out to have more clarification and security? Excuse me. Why does this person create validation within me, right? Because ultimately, as you're going about your day and you're noticing that push and pull and tug between him reaching out, there's an addiction quality to it, right? Because you're sitting there going like, okay, I'm gonna hear from him. I'm gonna hear from him, right? And your spirit guide team's being like, listen, like, relax. It's okay. We got your back. You know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna send you a good one, it's not gonna be rushing in. It's not gonna be transactional, right? I mean, it's gaining momentum, but right now I don't feel like I'm getting anything out of this. Yeah, exactly. That's why they're saying you're feeling an addiction pull. And that's why your ability to perceive that relationship is skewed. And that's why your guides are literally telling you, like, okay, one day at a time, right? Where are you trying to put this person to fit the void? And so then you can figure out that addiction pattern to the relationship. So that way you can gain more control of it. So whenever he's coming towards you, you're kind of like, okay, now I can actually tell, does he actually care about you? Because right now you're looking for long-term, right? And so one of the problems that often happens in modern day culture, hey, let's go, and hey, I don't know how to pronounce your name, because it's Russian, but I can add you to the list, in a sec. I'm still in the middle of a reading. But yeah, so your spirit guide team is literally telling you, like, slow down, because if you are shopping for long-term, you have to take it with the mindset of long-term energy within yourself, which means it will take time and it will go a lot slower than what you're used to. And this guy in general, I feel like he's an avoidant attachment style. I'm not gonna lie. If you don't know what that means, it's basically what happens is if you put too much energy and pressure onto him, he's just gonna close up like a clam, right? And so that's why they're also telling you to slow down, so that way he can also catch up to you, so that way he knows that you are a safe partner as well, right? But I don't reach out to him because I don't feel empowered. Exactly. So, but here's the thing though, you're giving his power, or your power, in his hands, right? And so you are relying on his relationship dynamic, and that's making it transactional. So that's why learning to figure out what within yourself you're trying to find that empowerment, and what is going on here that's causing you to feel that way. Like, you should feel ultimately balanced within yourself, regardless of if he's reaching out to you or not. That's the goal. So anytime you're feeling that little whiplash, kind of sit back with yourself and be like, okay, hey, why are you feeling that way? Let's take stock. Okay. I'll pull one more card for you, and then we'll move on to the next person. Okay. We'll do an update. Yeah, become more exclusive. Yeah. So basically your guides are saying, like, right now, make sure your time and energy is exclusive, because you're getting distracted by these other people that are pulling your attention away. And so that's why that exclusivity will cause you to suddenly realize, oh, wait, I'm not available to everybody. My time should not be going to everybody that gives me attention. And I'm not saying you do that, but what I am saying is when you're more exclusive with your energy, understand that it is valuable. And when you start to treasure it, you're going to start walking and looking at other people's behaviors differently. So I hope that helps you out. Again, the big word here is addiction pattern. So notice how you get addicted into that cycle and start unpacking that at a deeper level. All right, thank you so much. Love is the trend. I'm going to go ahead and update the list. So next we've got Playboy, Busetta, Miss Intricate, then Cutie Cat, Airy, Rah Rah, Angelus, Hello, Cool Girl, Lily, Solidone. And then to answer your question, Airy, no, I haven't gotten to you yet. You've got 4 more people ahead of you. All right, let's go is on there. And then, oh, I think Liam, did you want a reading as well? Yeah, I'm gonna put Liam in front of Lily because I think he popped in there, and yeah, Playboy, you are up. All right, so the person with the Russian text as a subscriber name, could you give me another name so that way I can know how to address you? Or at least how do I pronounce that? Because I did briefly try to learn Russian for a little bit, however, I forgot, and I don't know how to pronounce that. Is Marvin crushing on me? I'm getting kind of a yes. Alright, let's go ahead and pull some confirmation. You're Liliana. Okay, great. Oh yeah, I think I remember you. Thanks for coming back. I'm going to go ahead and put you on the list. You're going to be after Lesko. Alright, Playboy. Ooh. So, for Marvin, I feel like... What is going on with you and Marvin, girlfriend? Okay, so we've got... You got wisdom is needed now. There is a need not being met. And then courage is needed. Is like, what? Are you asking about this guy because you want his attention? Girl, okay, you also got the golden mirror, which is all about like narcissism and stuff, self-absorbed, and then hammer, sabotage, rebuild. Don't you sabotage yourself with this dynamic. I'm sorry. No. Alright, girl, this is bad news bears. Like, your spirit guide team are straight up, they're like, don't even give her the answer. She already knows it's a no. Like, this guy is an attention whore, okay? Like, you know exactly what you're walking into with this guy. And I feel like his, like, when I was saying, like, yeah, he's, like, attracted to you, but he doesn't, like, he doesn't have, like, a real crush on you. He doesn't have real feelings. He's just giving you that little adrenaline high. I feel like he's kind of like a sex dream about it for... Yeah. I mean, he could be thinking about you. I mean, it's possible. But, yeah, no, your spirit guides team are saying, no, he will kick you to the curb. No. There's also, like, they're kind of warning you, too, like, please don't project whenever you're attracted to someone. Don't project your feelings onto that person. Just be very careful of that, because I feel like you've gotten screwed by partners in the past where guys are, like, specifically, like, hot guys, you're like, oh, yeah, this guy likes me. And then the hot guy's like, okay, this girl's Delulu. She, like, I can tell she likes me, but she's not able to tell that I don't like her, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my thing and then leave, right? You got, like, be very, very careful about that, Playboy. I'm just, like, that's the energy this guy gives me. And it's like, all these guys know, right? Like, especially, like, they've been getting laid since, like, freaking middle school, some of these dudes, okay? They know when a girl is interested in them, and they know if she has boundaries or not. And, like, this is, like, really, really horrible and messed up, and I'm gonna say it because someone out there needs to hear it right now. Like, there's a lot of times when guys have been, like, basically, if you give them too much too soon, they just straight up don't respect you. They're like, yeah, I don't respect women who blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's so messed up because to me, I'm just like, we're not having sex with you because we care about your respect or whatever. It's because we like you. But in male brain, especially with like these types of guys, they truly, genuinely believe that you are not respecting yourself if you're giving yourself away or doing things for people. It's really messed up. It's warped and whatever, but like that happens. And, you know, protecting yourself from those sorts of patterns and guys is really important. That's kind of why you have to make them work, because a lot of these dudes feel entitled to women's bodies. I've been screwed over in the past too, but I've only had one relationship. I've had many situationships. It's messed up. Yeah, it is. And it's because they know they'll get away with it, right? Because as long as we try to let our emotions prevent us from actually reading the situation, they will do whatever they feel is necessary, right? And it's not even for asking for financial compensation or anything like that. It's literally, you have to test them and test their boundaries, you know? Because otherwise, you can see right through them when you start telling them no. Like, if you notice how a guy reacts when you tell him no, that will tell you everything you need to know about how he's going to treat you in a relationship. I never crossed the line with him or anything, but it kind of made me think. We worked together, so it's been like a cloud in my head. Yeah, no, I can see it. I mean, like, he's dreamy. He's attractive. Like, if you want to hook up with him, I mean, do your thing, but do not anticipate anything, like, worth your time coming out of this situation. Okay? I'm just saying, Me and my team are saying, no. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by, Playboy. We've got Busetta, Miss Intricate, then Cutie Cat. Busetta, you are up. Then Miss Intricate, Cutie Cat. Then Airy, Rah Rah, Angelus, hello. Girl, listen, I will be your BS detector. I will tell you as many times as you come on my live stream. If you keep coming back and asking about Marvin, I'm going to tell you no every time. You're like, no, look out for each other. I would like to know if I would travel abroad anytime soon. Thank you. He would only text me when he's smart. And I'll be like, that's what Tinder's for, man. There are other places to get your needs met. This is not a store for that sort of thing. Alright, Busetta. You going to be traveling abroad anytime soon? I feel like it depends on what you want, Busetta. So you've got big dreams. Yeah, you know, make sure that you continue to dream big when it comes to this. So when you're, in terms of, like, traveling abroad, I don't know if you're feeling like you want to go to, like, the other side of the country you're living at, or maybe even going overseas. I'm not entirely sure where you're located. I'm feeling you're like probably more on like, so I live in the US right now, and I feel like you're either on the opposite side of the world, or you're kind of like maybe in Europe already. But I feel like regardless of where you want to travel to, I feel like you want to travel like far away. You're on the list, Liam. I got you on there. But you're going to need to move in a new direction if you want to travel abroad. Right now the conditions are good, so I'm hearing you're single right now. So the fact that you are single gives you the opportunity to go and do the things you need to do to acquire the money to do it, as well as the time. Don't let your family or anybody else pressure you into thinking that you can't do it, especially if you're trying to solo travel. Obviously be safe and whatnot, but I feel like there might also be a little bit of fear about going by yourself or doing things independently, and you can do it. You just want to make sure that you're very cautious and aware of what you're doing. You know, do a lot of research. We've got pain as well. So I don't know if maybe part of your desire to travel abroad is to escape your current situation. Maybe there's some trouble going on in your current country or where you're living, or maybe you're really stressed out about family. I do feel like family issues is kind of playing a role a little bit in your energy. But making sure that, again, stay determined and focus on this new direction. I think you have to let go of your expectations of what's going to actually get you to go travel, because it means either giving up a certain mindset or not working on things that other people are telling you are more important. So maybe after this reading, go back and rewatch the beginning of the live stream. I think you would benefit from watching the collective message, because right now you need to work on your sense of self and autonomy, so that way you have the capacity to go travel and make the money and do the things that you need to do. Because right now I don't really feel like it's going to be soon. You can do it, but that will also require you making some drastic changes short term. And I feel like emotionally you're not ready for that. You're not ready to put your foot down and tell your family, hey, no, I'm not buying you XYZ for Christmas because I'm saving up money for a trip. And it's kind of like some of these people, I feel like, are used to your financial support, and they are very reluctant and unwilling to allow you feel inclined to your own financial success. So, for example, again, you're saving up for a trip. It's okay if at Christmas time people get gifts that are not quite what they're used to, because you are saving money to do something for you. I feel like you have a tendency to get overruled or overtaken by other family members' opinions. And yeah, your spirit guide team's saying, hey, the moment you start to set yourself and make yourself a priority and understand it's not selfish to want to save money for yourself, even if you are supporting your family, there's a reason why you're doing it. And Joe Schmo over here, family member, uncle, who is traditionally a provider, is making all the excuses in the world to why he can't show up on time for dinner, or why the money continues to disappear. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like there's something fishy going on in your family financial situation that I'm like, you can do it, but you're going to have to stand in your power, and you're also going to have to work for it too. Because I think that even if you do start saving your money, if you want to get it in a more like within the next 6 to 8 months, or even 12 months, I say, you're going to have to really, focus on saving money and doing extra work to make that happen. So, anyways, though, that was your reading, Busetti. I hope that helped you out, and don't let other people take away your happiness. Like, people will guilt trip you for all of these little things, and if you are financially responsible for your own well-being, you'll be able to make better decisions on how to also more appropriately support your family, because it's important that you're able to help provide for the system, but if you're the only one doing it, create some boundaries for yourself and respect your time and energy, because just because someone's family does not mean that they have an excuse to take advantage of you. And your kindness. All right, Miss Intricate, you are up. Then we've got Cutie Cat, Airy, then Rara. Is it Rara? I'm sorry. I keep saying Rara because it was all capitalized, but it might be Rara. Yeah, no problem, girl. I get it. Don't let them guilt trip you. How is Jay feeling about me? This past weekend, I did not allow him to ruin my Saturday by trying to... So I made my weekend about me, but I'm curious, about, like, what gives, man. Alright, how is Jay feeling? I think he's jealous of you. So, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this guy has a sex addiction of some kind. I feel like he really lacks self-awareness, self-control, and has a lot of self-loathing for that. And I think, like, because you're capable of saying no, like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Jay has this, like, so I think it's kind of rooted in sexism. But I feel like he genuinely is jealous of women because he feels like because men have a sex drive that is more potent than women, he's constantly struggling with this relationship and within boundaries of himself. Meanwhile, he's not, managing his sexuality appropriately. So then he's trying to push that all onto you, right? And then you're feeling sad and guilty because on the one hand, you're sitting there going like, well, obviously he's overriding my boundaries, but you also feel and match that codependent energy where you're allowing people like that to remain in your frequency and choosing them as viable partners. Because there's something in your wounded system that is allowing guys like that to take advantage of you and say, hey, at the end of the day, we all deserve to love ourselves better. And with him, it's like, it's not that he views you as an object, because he does see you as a person. It's just that he's projecting, like, it's like he wants you to regulate him, and you're willing to do that. But that's not actually, like, caring about each other. Or you're saying you like him, but that's not actually liking somebody. That's just being codependent. Let me show you the cards I got. So we've got obsession, yeah, must have indulgence. Yeah, so I feel like he's got like an obsession with your body, and I feel like he doesn't feel like he has a choice in your relationship and what he does when he does. Like I said, it's like there's something about your sexual relationship that he loses control and autonomy. Yeah, and honestly, neither of you should be showing up for that, because that's not empowering either of you. We've got conclusion. Yeah, I feel like, the one good news is because you've been saying no, you have been standing up, and you're kind of like, hey man, like, you've been acting in a certain kind of way. I'm not cool with that. It's concluding a cycle that you've had with them, and also with past partners. In the sense that, if someone's not respecting your body and your wishes, then they get out. You know what I mean? And you're not allowing it to happen. However, I do feel like both of you, so for example, we've got intervention, rescue, others involved. I feel like some of you, or both of you, feel like you need other people to intervene on behalf of your dynamic, instead of recognizing that you're both adults consenting into this dynamic. So for example, if he's like pressuring you to have sex with him, you need to say, if you do this again, you will never hear from me again. okay? Because you should never, ever, 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 ever require another person to pressure you or to override your boundaries in order to have a sexual relationship. That's just you abandoning yourself and putting your power in the hands of somebody else, and especially in the hands of somebody who has no self-control. So you're both going back and forth and then claiming that you like each other when really you're just playing out a dynamic that you're kind of just matching for each other. We've got deception. I do feel like he feels like you're deceiving him a little bit. Obviously you are not. However, this guy's got a lot of toxic traditional, or yes, this like toxic, I'm gonna say it for what it is. It's toxic masculinity at its finest. It's literally him feeling entitled, and because you are ungrounded in your ability to have boundaries with him, he feels like you're manipulating him. When you're not, you are just struggling with your own thoughts of emotions, you're struggling with your sense of self, and you're not able to stay true to saying, hey, this behavior is not okay, because he's getting you popped out and feeling unsafe. I mean, like, you're the one he picked you up, right? I was gonna say, if a guy's doing that, then you're not gonna feel safe around him, okay? He's intentionally overriding your boundaries, and that's not okay, and that should be a deal breaker right there. It's getting to the point where I feel yeah, exactly. So it's like, even if he does care about you, it doesn't matter, because he is abandoning himself. He's rejecting his own sorts of power because he's trying to maintain control over you to get what he wants. And so it's like, it doesn't even matter. He's like, you're single, what's the problem? Yeah, no, this guy, he's getting away with it. And please don't allow this gentleman to have access to you at all. Block him. Tell him, you don't respect me, you're using me, get out. Right? And remember, I understand that you feel or you think you like him, but if you actually value yourself, nobody should enjoy having someone writing over their boundaries. We've got stagnant. Yeah, this relationship is stagnant. It's not going anywhere. And unless he's willing to have a very personal relationship discussion about consent and about how what he's doing isn't okay, then you shouldn't be in that situation, because nobody, and I'm saying this to everybody listening right now, no grown adult should be having sex with another adult unless consent is a fundamental part of your relationship. If you do not have a strong enough boundary within yourself to say yes and to say no to things, then you should not be having sex. Go back and address things with yourself. Even if, for example, you're good with consent with some people and then other people you're not. If those people that you notice yourself popping out of your body and losing control over happens, then they should be a no off the bat. You should never, ever, ever be putting yourself in a vulnerable population with someone who gets out of the way. Yeah, I felt pressured by Held My Ground. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I'd say after what he's been doing, I'd say just block him. Say, I'm sorry, you don't respect me, you don't respect my peace, you don't respect my person. Out. Because that's absolutely not okay. So, and like, all the energy I'm getting from him, he's just projecting stuff onto you. And he can bitch and cry about manipulation all he wants when he is not addressing the issues he has within himself. Right? Like, you're not a vending machine, you're a person. Alright, Miss Intricate, there you go. That was your reading. So sorry to hear about that, but I'm really proud of you that you're making the decisions that best support you as you go forward, okay? Sending you love. Screw you, Jay. Alright, next we've got Cutie Cat, then Airy, Rara, okay. Cutie Cat, Airy, Rara, and then Angelus. And then after that on the list, we've got Hello, Cool Girl, Liam, Lily, Solidone, Lesko, and Liliana. Nope, Liliana, you've got a ways to go. There's about 10 other people in front of you, so it's going to be a minute. So I'd say come back in maybe 20 minutes, half hour. Okay, Cutie Cat, I've been astral projecting in my sleep, and it's kind of crazy, but I'm unsure of what it all means. I feel that. Yeah. So I don't know about any of y'all, if you guys are the group of people that have all the weird, crazy dreams. This last week has been crazy with dreams. Like, today alone, I had a dream about watching a bunch of people dancing in a burning building. Like, literally, I was just, like, on the road, and there's a giant building, and I'm seeing all these people dancing with smoke, and whatever, and the building's on fire, and they're all just like partying and having a good time, and I'm like, what is going on? Why are they doing that? A lot of times with these dreams, you receive certain types of dreams for what your spirit guide team has intentionally meant for you. So sometimes it takes a little bit of like figuring out like, okay, maybe this could mean this, but what does it mean to me specifically? I like to work with my spirit guide teams to say like, okay, if you're trying to intentionally give me this message, then show me this. You know, that's usually kind of like spirit guide and spirituality 101 when you're first learning to work with your guides. And then eventually you learn to create analogies and parallels with the weirdness. I know for me, my dreams are just random as shit. So I know what they mean because I understand that they don't mean things at times. Versus other people that require the clarity or they have more of a clear relationship with their guides, that can help as well. So that's my off-the-cuff recommendation, but let me pull some cards just to kind of see what's going on. Okay, so right off the bat, I kind of just feel like you're just traveling. I feel like your body's kind of, or your soul's kind of like feeling the need to escape a little bit right now, kind of like take a break from what's going on Earth. And also, I feel like as you're expanding spiritually, I think you're actually just trying to explore your abilities and see what you can do. We do that a lot subconsciously, so even if we're sitting there being like, hey, I have control over what my body and mind do, we really don't have as much control as we actually believe we do. So sometimes we're just traveling throughout outer space. I don't know if you also do substances of any kind as well, because immediately I'm like, that could also be activating it as well if you're doing smoking any substances or doing anything. I'm sleeping with amethyst and lepidolite by my pillow. Yeah, that can also influence it and impact it as well. You've got secretive. We've got robotic. We have mask in reverse. Oh my gosh. And then entrapment. Pregnancy, money, and heartstrings. Yeah, no, dude. Okay, you like these three cards right off the bat. I don't know if you're like hiding yourself from the world or what's going on here, but there's all of this this mask energy. Like it's almost like this spiritual version of you is like trying to explain to you why you're a shadow of yourself. If that makes any sense. It's kind of like you literally go about a lot of your day-to-day life being robotic, trying to cover up who you are, covering up your spiritual gifts, trying to fit in or blend in. And your guides are saying, hey, just to remind you that you can astral project, you can talk to spirit guides, you can talk and do all of this stuff. You can read tarot cards, you can do these things. And they're just kind of reminding you that you can do that and you will do that regardless of what the world around you is telling you, okay? And I think because you're struggling with this, like, mask keeping, again, with this entrapment, I definitely feel like this is that sort of energy that you need to let go of. But it's not going to happen right away. I just think that your spirit guide team are kind of prepping you to eventually get to the point where your mask will come off, and then you're actually going to be in your real superpowers. So enjoy it. Enjoy the dreams. Enjoy the chaos, man. You are never going to always know what these dreams mean. So sometimes, like if your guides really want you to learn something, they'll give you a dream that's important, but just enjoy the journey, man. It's going to feel like you're tripping balls at times when you're sober. But eventually you're going to get where you need to go. So, yeah. That was your reading, cutie cat. Hope it helps. I know those dream interpretation readings are always really hard, and yeah, it's a lot. So I hope that at least gets you somewhere. All right, Ari, you were up. Then Rara, then Angelus, hello, and then Cool Girl. Then after that we have Liam, Lily, Solidone, Lesko, and Liliana. So Ari, you were up. I saw you subscribe to me, so I was like, yay! Thank you so much for stopping by. I don't know if I've read for you before, so I'm excited. Because the moment I saw Aries Princess, I was like, oh, here we go. We're gonna get along. Right? I'm so for those of you that don't know, like 50% of my chart is Scorpio. And a lot of my friends are Aries. Like, I always feel like Aries and Scorpio are like the power couple that comes in and kicks everyone's ass. Like, everyone's afraid of those two when they team up because they're like, oh no, here they come. Here they come. Okay, Aries, you're up, then Rara, Angelus, and then Hello. Hello. So any of those folks, come on in and post your question. Aries, Rara, Angelus, or Hello. But yeah, back to like the dream interpretation and stuff though, like, oh my gosh, I've just had so many weird warped dreams. The last like we actually like the last 2 to 3 weeks, my sleep has been all over the place. Oh, okay, post your question, Aries. I have not been sleeping well. I continue to wake up at 4 in the morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I've given up on consistent sleep. I just think there's just so much stuff going on collectively. And I'm like, even just like looking at the news, if you live in the US right now, like the last like 2 weeks have been such a shit show. I've just been sitting here like, this explains why I can't sleep. Because usually what happens is right before something crazy is about to go down, Christian can't sleep, Christian feels anxious, Christian has all of these weird things, and then I start to feel okay, and then something is going insane on the news, and I'm like, oh, that's why this was happening. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. It's like, it doesn't even matter if I don't pay attention to the news. It's like, usually the news comes to me eventually in some manner. How will things be once I hang out with Zach, Taurus more? I just saw an orb fly across you, then back in front. What the fuck? Wait, did anyone else see it? The heck? Was it like the reflection of like the ring, or what the what? Yeah, I noticed like depending on your spiritual abilities, some people see orbs, some people actually see whatever. How old are you, by the way? You look young. I'm almost 30. I'm turning 30 this November. So, yeah. I'm young at heart, though, and traumatized. Yeah. Okay, let me pull some cards for you, Aries. Alright, how will things be with Zach? Ooh! Okay, Aries, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you're just too powerful for this man. I'm sorry. No offense to the guy you're seeing, but I feel like, man, I just think you're just out of his league in a lot of different ways, and I'm not saying this because I want to say that I don't believe in leagues, right? Obviously, you know, we should all be able to love each other and whatnot, but it's kind of like, I don't know. Okay, this is a very strange analogy, but I was like, it's like watching Ariana Grande pick like a random guy in the audience and go on a date with him, and I just feel like even if you like him, you're just not compatible because you've just got so much more going for you. You have so much power available to you that I think you're just gonna find that this dating relationship, it's not compatible. And I don't know if maybe in the past, like, you've kind of been like stubbornly like, okay, how do I make this relationship work? Right? Or like, what am I doing wrong that this relationship won't work? And I'm literally kind of sitting there going like, girl, do you like know who you are? Like, like no offense, like again, it's like I'm not shaming people. It's just more so like you've got ambition. I don't know if you own your own business, or I don't know if you're like. I just feel like you just have a lot of spiritual weight. And I feel like, for example, if you were just going on a blind date with a stranger, it just wouldn't work because there's a lot of things that you are already advanced at, you're good at, you know what to do, you know what to say, you know what you're looking for, blah, 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 blah. You're very like, okay, these are all the things I need. And like, I feel like you kind of sometimes attract these guys that are just pretending because they want you, they want the idea of you, but they are not ready for what you have. We talked when we met at the pool, but maybe when we get to know each other, then yeah, I don't have a business. Okay, well, I'd say if you don't have one, you would kill it at having one. I'm literally just like, like what are you doing? Where are you going? Because I'm like, you're gonna be making waves in a lot of ways. All right, so healing. So in terms of like your relationship dynamic with Zach, I feel like there is something about your dynamic with him that will be healing for a little bit. I feel like so. It's kind of cute, your dynamic, because I feel like you're the one that you're like, okay, I'm the one that's in charge of this and this, right? And then he's kind of used to like going with the flow of it. And I feel like you need a partner that's able to just sit back and just hold space for you to be like, just let her go, do her thing, right? But always be able to have your back, right? And you need like the quiet, powerful guy that's in the corner that like he doesn't either talk a lot or he's just really okay with being like, kind of like if I think of like a band, you know, you are like the lead singer and you need the partner who's the drummer in the back, who's keeping the beat, who's steady, and he is completely 100% with okay with being the drummer in the back because he carries the band, but he's okay with not being like forward facing, if that makes any sense. We're going to have something casual at the moment. Yeah. And I feel like, so, in terms of this relationship, I feel like there's something about him that's, like, really sweet, right? And he moves very, like, softly. He plays guitars and drums. That's so funny! Yeah! No, girl, that's what I'm saying! Okay, listen, okay? That's what I'm saying is, like, you have, like, a piece of what you need. It's just that right now, it's like, you know, you can enjoy casual for so long, but I feel like it's not gonna work out because you need that more support. We've got fifth dimension, so maybe he's also spiritual as well. I'm feeling like as you guys kind of interact, you are gonna sense each other a little bit more magnetically and more energetically. And I think there's just something about he's a lesson, right? There's something about him being in your space that's going to create more like, I think he's going to create more awareness in you. We've got commitment, long-term relationship. Yeah, I feel like there's like the desire for long-term. Okay, I just saw your thing. You're like, you're wanting it to become more. I just don't know that he's ready. And I don't know that he has the energetic capacity. I feel like it's kind of like an echo of the person that you are going to have in the future, right? So love, adore, admire, enchantment, right? So there's love here, okay? And then you also got soulmate energy too. So, man, I love how I just came in here sitting there saying all this stuff and then you got all of these cards. I'm just really feeling strongly to just remind you that, like, he's just not there yet. So as you go about this relationship, create dynamics so that way you don't, like, nobody's forced, and I don't think you do that, but I feel like there's kind of like something's not ready yet, and I think you're going to learn a lot with this person. So make sure that you are aware that this is preparing you for your person, regardless of if it's him after he goes through a transformation or if it's somebody else. This is preparing you for your person. So just pay very close attention to who you're becoming as a result of this dynamic with him, as well as how you kind of echo each other back and forth. He even told me that, but we also just met. He's not ready, but I will try to be patient, but I won't wait for it. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, girl, I'd say, like you said, keep it casual, but have faith and understand, like I said, use this opportunity to observe, right? Because, like I said, if you're the front man in the band, you gotta meet people on the same level. And that's just very important. I don't know why. I apologize. For some reason, there's something just, this message is like very, very like, tell her this. And I'm like, okay, spirit guides, I think she gets the message, but they're like, no, you don't understand. Because for your defense too, Ari, sometimes when you have that bigger energy, we'll just say, and you're in the past have been forced to either play small, or you're kind of sitting there going like, why can't I connect with people, or why can't I find my person, or blah 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 blah. It's because not many people have the energy capacity that you do, and so you have to be very specific for who you're looking for, and to also own that power. I feel like you think you do, but I think when you really get into it, you're gonna realize, oh, okay, this is what needs to happen and whatnot. So I think this is just part of your developmental journey as you like really start like living in your power, not just existing in it, but like really being like, okay, get into the meat and potatoes. I don't know. I'm excited for you, girl. He's not the only man out there, but I just really want something to work out with him. Yeah. And I'd say set your expectations lower, but be open, if that makes sense. Like, don't be focused on the committed relationship right now, because I think what's happening is, like I said, if you are made for a certain compatibility that doesn't come around very often, be open and just kind of stay still a little bit. Because I think, like, as you attract, this person's going to come through, but, like, make sure that you utilize what you're seeing to pinpoint further what you want. I hope that helps you out. That's the difference between him and all the guys. Okay, yeah, and like I said, I think, like, so, I mean, you got the soulmate card, you got love. I do think there is potential. It's just, I think that you don't want to... Yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of just, like, energy that I'm just, like going, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, slow down. It'll be okay. Just let it work out. However, I could just be lonely and delusional. No, I don't think you're delulu. I think it's, like I said, there's just an echo of something that you need from this dynamic. So hold on to it and stay determined, okay? Sending you love, Ari. I wish you the best. I'm so excited for you. Okay, Rah, you are up. Now Angelus, then hello. Cool girl, then Liam. So Rah, Angelus, hello, and cool girl. Ugh. Yeah, Ari. All I can say is, like, girl, when you meet your person, I think it's not gonna be right away, but when you know, it's gonna be so beautiful. I think it's not gonna be like anything you've experienced before, and I just want to let you know that it's coming. So stay hopeful, stay open, and just really enjoy the flow, because it's coming. It's definitely coming. I would bet money on it that within the next 2 years, you're probably going to find your person. And I say 2 years because you got to weed them out. But good for you. All right, Rah, you are up. Then Angelus, hello, and cool girl. Rah, are you still here? Hi, Vernietta. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the show. So basically how it works is it's first come, first serve. I do have a list of people that I can get you on the list. They are 5-minute free readings. And I do these live streams every Tuesday and Thursday. So like and subscribe. Yeah. And then I also just recently posted a pick a card reading. If you were interested in that. So that's something to enjoy as well. All right, Rah, you are up. Then Angelus, hello, and cool girl. So if you would like a reading though, Vernietta, I can get you on the list. Well, I just heard an owl. In case it's a sign for anybody. An owl hooting. And I need to figure where that owl lives. Okay, Rah-Rah, Angelus, or Hello. I see that Hello is here. So if Rah-Rah or Angelus don't speak up within the next 10 seconds, I'm gonna just go straight to Hello. Because then after Hello will be Cool Girl, Liam, Lily, Solidone, Lesko, and Liliana. Yeah, I guess not. Alright, I'm gonna keep it moving because I've got a lot of people, so... Alright, I will push them to the end of the list. Earthworm Sally. What? What? What are you talking about? Okay, hello. Alright, so messages from my life partner. I don't know them, I just want to see. Okay, okay. Alright, messages from your life partner. Hello. So I feel like you're going to have a couple options in terms of life partners. It really depends on your frequency by the time you meet this person. They feel pretty cool, though. I feel like it's really going to be determined on... I don't know if you're planning on moving in the next couple of years, but I think something's going to change in your life where you may have a choice between going somewhere else for your relationship. Earthworm Sally Flamingo Roblox YouTuber? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, Liam. But okay, so messages from your future partner. Hello. It says, look at your resources. Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so your spouse... Oh my gosh, he seems like a very down-to-earth, chill guy. Like, immediately when I saw, like, look at your resources, I just see your future man being like, babe, come on, don't make me make decisions for you. Like, I literally just see him just being like, oh my gosh, she does this when she's stressed out, where she doesn't, like, know where to turn or where to look, and, you know, I'm like, the remote's right in front of you. It's okay. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's like kind of your back and forth dynamic where he's sort of like, he shows up for you, but sometimes he gets like frustrated because you get really like emotional or frustrated and flustered. And he's just like, okay, hey, I'm like, just telling you right now, if you just like calm down for 5 minutes, you're going to be like, okay, your car keys sitting on the countertop. Hey, it's okay if we miss that sale. There will be another one. Like, I feel like he's very, like, kind of calming and is just trying to, like, reassure you and guide you to be like, hey, you can do this, you know, I support you, you know what you're doing, but you get stressed out and then you beat yourself up. And he's like, you're fine. Another message you're getting from him, I'm getting that feeling this will work out okay. Reassure yourself, honey. Oh, that's so cute! Aww. If that wasn't confirmation from what I said earlier, he's like, I'm getting that feeling it's all gonna work out. Yeah, I feel like a lot of your partner's job is mostly gonna be just calming you down. I feel like this guy, I literally just see him in like the white t-shirt, sitting and drinking a beer, watching TV. He's active but not like super active. And I feel like he's just really, like, kind of chill. He's okay with going with the flow. And I think that really balances you out and compliments you. We've got meditate and listen to your body. Be still for now. Yeah. I love how all these messages are just basically like, babe, relax. That is so funny. That is literally so funny. Oh my gosh. Your thoughts are lying to you on this. Yeah, overthinking. What the heck? Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I've never had that before. We're literally like, it's just this dude from the abyss of the future just looking at past you being like, Stop overthinking. It's okay. Like, it's okay. Calm down. Calm down. Hi, Liliana. It's gonna be in a minute. There's still 6 more people, so it'll be a little bit more time. Yeah, those are some messages from him. Let me pull a couple more cards. I am can't. Yeah, clearly, because your man's just being like, oh my gosh, she's on her shit. I love you, babe, but I'm coming. You just need to First of all, you gotta come find me first, and then you gotta calm down. You can't find me if you're not calm. Oh my gosh, this guy's funny. I like him. Alright, so we've got elusive. Yeah, so I feel like this guy is a little elusive, so I feel like, he's kind of avoidant, too. He might be right now in his, caveman phase. I'll come back after 20 minutes. Yeah, about then. That should probably work. I feel like he also finds you elusive. So I don't know if you guys are, like, kind of, like, maybe living in the same area, or you're just kind of, you know, navigating life. Again, I think it also depends on, like, what you choose in a partner and what you're desiring. But I think, like, the ideal partner that your spirit guide team's trying to pull you towards is someone who is grounded. We've got fixated. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think he's making fun of you a little bit. Like, look at this girl. She's got, like, clown makeup and she's crying and she's got, like, the booze and all this stuff. Like, he's just like, girl, I'm coming. Oh my gosh. I feel like he's definitely gonna tease you. He's got a sense of humor. He's definitely just like, listen, don't be crying about it. We've got cleansing, meditation, clearing space, removing negativity. Yeah, basically he's just trying to say, hey, clear out the negative thinking, you know, just understand and appreciate what you got going for you right now and know that I'm on my way, okay? We've got commitment. Yeah, he's your boo! He's committed to you. Start believing it. Hey, Shaylee, I'll add you to the list, okay? Yeah, like, he's not gonna let you down, okay? Like, you do have a life partner that's coming towards you that is in love with you and is committed to you, and he's gonna love you every single day. He's gonna love you even if you were a worm, okay? Like, whatever reassurance you need, like, he's gonna tell you it because he loves you. And then we got barrier too. Yeah, so there's some kind of like a energetic or personal barrier that you need to overcome in order for this guy to manifest. So, yeah, there's clearly a distinct type of person or energy that you're manifesting. It's just making sure that you are believing that you're worthy of it. You know, understand that, yeah, I can have a husband that takes care of me, doesn't cheat on me, and is chill. And for me, like, what I'm noticing is, like, there's the energy of the person, and that's why I can't pinpoint that there's one particular man that's your, like, the one, right? Because I think in general, you just need a certain type of frequency in your life and a certain type of partner. And so the right person's going to come along depending on what you deserve and need at the time. And also what you want. Because there's many different flavors of people. Hey, Angelus, I just put you to the end of the list. So, it's gonna be a minute. Just that way I can get through to the other people, okay? Sorry about that. But yeah, anyway, so that was your reading. Hello. So next we have Cool Girl, then Liam, then Lily, then Solidone, Let's Go, Liliana, Shaylee, Rah Rah, then Angelus. I get that, yeah. No, but your husband seems great. I think he's... I truly believe that you're going to meet this person and he's going to be good for you. When you find him, you just got to believe in yourself that you deserve to have a good partner. And it's going to open itself up. No problem, hello. Okay, Cool Girl. How is MC viewing me? The real MC. Slim Shady. Okay, so how is MC viewing me? He texts me Instagram Reels and we talk about music from time to time, but maybe I'm just reading too into this. Okay. It's like, let me adjust myself. Okay. Okay, cool girl. It's kind of hard to pinpoint this guy's feelings. I feel like he's very quiet about his true feelings. Is he very shy in real life? Because I feel like he, like, energetically speaking, I don't really know how much he wants his true feelings revealed, but I also feel like he also doesn't know what he wants. There's kind of this energy of, like, Hey, LH, absolutely. I will go ahead and put you on the list. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, so we've got Drama Queen, thirsty, causing chaos. Yeah, I don't know if he views you as a drama queen. Yeah, I feel like he's kind of like, I think he's a little intimidated by you. I don't know if there's something about your energy that he's kind of just like, I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know if she's trustworthy, if she's just messing with me. I feel like he's kind of like, he takes his time with his relationships and he has boundaries. And so I think he just kind of is like, hey, you know, whatever. I feel like he's had enough relationships with women to kind of be like, hey, I'm just going to wait for a more clear signal to see what's going on. Come together. Ooh, I do think he's crushing on you, though. Because, like, something about, like, so this picture of come together, that something about this image of the dude's, like, chin on the girl's, like, forehead and on top of her nose, I definitely feel like he's kind of like, Like, I feel like he wants to attract you, but he's doing it in a very, like, soothing, slow way, if that makes sense. Irresponsible. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think he's got, like, an impression of you. And then he also has hamster wheel, surviving daily hustle. Yeah, so I think he's kind of seeing, I don't know, have you told him about any of your personal life? Because I feel like he's kind of, like, I think he's put this image on you that, not that he needs to rescue you or something like that, but I definitely feel like he's kind of like, he wants to have fun, but like he's very reserved for anything serious, because I think he has this idea that there's just a lot of chaos in your life right now and you're in survival mode, and so he's trying to be like, hey, I'ma just check in on her, you know, because I care and I want to be stable and whatnot, and I want to show her I'm stable, but also at the same time, he's kind of like, not too personal, but like, we'll chat and relate. Yeah. Yeah, you need to let it go to move forward. Yeah, so I feel like there's some kind of, like, if you want to move forward with this person, you need to, there's like an inner battle that you're kind of working through that you're going to need to let go of either some old past wounds, or you'll have to maybe change your lifestyle a little bit. Because I feel like this guy, he's very, very chill, and he's very much like no bullshit. I think he just kind of waits to see what'll happen. I think he's just kind of entertaining it casually, but he's just kind of like, feeling things out. Obstacles await. Yeah, I feel like, so if you want to pursue a relationship with him, there is a little bit of a timing factor, as well as, yeah, there's something about, like, this irresponsible energy. I feel like he's kind of, like, he's gonna need, like, proof of commitment, and that either you're gonna walk away from certain types of things, or he's just kind of like, I don't really know that I like that. So, I don't know. He's feeling very lukewarm. Something good will happen soon. So, it could be he maybe is interested in you. I just feel like there will need to be some clear sign to him saying, hey, yes, that is the direction I'd like to move. Just kind of do it in a very, like, casual way. Do what feels right. Yeah, no, I think that's pretty accurate. Do what feels right in the moment. Don't get in your head about it. Again, because I feel like he's a guy that, I mean, he's seen enough with girls that he's just kind of like, okay, I'm just going to let her prove herself to me that she is who she says she is. I feel like he's very skeptical, and so he just kind of lets people do their thing. And then you can do better than that. Yeah, so I feel like he also maybe sees potential in you and sees potential in this connection, but there's going to need to be some lifestyle adjustments, or maybe just walking away from some certain people as well. I don't know if you've got mutual friends and he's kind of like, oh, she hangs out with them. I know what that person did to my friend Joey a few years back, and I'm not cool with them. So that might be a factor as well. Keep in mind. Anyways, though, cool girl, that was your reading. Next we've got Liam, then Lily, then Solidone, Lesko, Liliana, Shaylee, Ra, Angelus, and LH. Well, I just kind of want to forget the toxic guy, and I'm okay with just being friends with them and not, like, flood this. Yeah, I'd say he'd be a solid friendship. Solid friendship for sure. I just feel like he's also kind of just like, And because I know that you like cool guys, I do think you'll end up crushing on this guy if you're not careful. So make sure that you have some good boundaries. Man, he's pretty cute. Listen, if you showed me a picture of him, cool girl, I would think he's cute. Okay. Hey, Liam, are you here? Because you were up. Otherwise, then it's Lily, then Solidone. Let's go. Oh, Shaylee. Shaylee, yeah, you're on the list. So it's Solidone, Lesko, Liliana, Shaylee, then Ra, Angelus, LH. I'm trying to avoid the question. Yeah, but, like, here's the thing, that you just got out of a toxic relationship, so be patient with yourself. I think, in theory, you can say you don't want to get a crush on him, but I think the conditions are right for that to happen. So if you're really serious about not wanting it, just kind of be like, okay, catch yourself, and be like, all right, stepping back. You got this. I have my very first week of uni next week, and I want to know how it will go. Oh, congratulations, Liam! Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll do a reading for you. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. Anything else for Liam? I need to fall back. Yep, nope. I'm just saying. Don't. It's okay, but, like, watch yourself. Okay, Liam. We've got interview, talk, conversation, get on the same page. Yeah, so I feel like you're gonna feel like you're in an interview, especially when you're meeting new people, when you're meeting professors. I'd just say, like, understand that it's kind of mutual. You're learning about yourself and you're learning about other people, and they're learning the same about you. So, just, you're gonna be nervous and whatnot, but it's gonna be okay. Just be open-minded and learn. One sec, I want to go back in the chat to see what's going on. Yeah, so Lily, I'll get you next after Liam. Solidone, you are after Lily. Okay, anyways, Liam, so we've got Escapist. So I feel like, I don't know, like, so you see this guy kind of running. I feel like, university is going to be your own way of kind of escaping from your past. Okay, Shaylee, absolutely. Yep. You can do that. Post your question, and then I'll go back to it. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, so this Escapist, I feel like maybe at some point during the week of university, you are going to notice yourself getting stressed and overwhelmed. So you might, like, find yourself playing video games, or you might just kind of, like, want to get away for a little bit, which is perfectly fine. But I do feel like you're going to be like, wow, this is a lot, taking everything in. You also have repelled. So I feel like, I don't know if there's going to be, like, some kind of, like, idea, or there's going to be something like, so you're going to be, like, in one of your classes, and one of the professors is going to say something you don't like, or maybe you're going to be like, oh, great, I have to take this math class, or I have to take this class that's required. Just pay attention when you're noticing your body being like, hey, I absolutely don't want to do this right now. That's okay, but again, at the end of the day, you still need to take the class and pass in order to get to the next step. So pay attention to that and find ways to work around your rejection towards the coursework or whatever's kind of going on, because remember, it's temporary, so finding whatever balance you need in order to make sure that you can accomplish all the tasks you need will be important. And you've got Verge, about to reveal, confess. Yeah, so I don't know if someone's also going to be confessing something to you, or maybe it's going to be you're gonna learn something new. And again, I see like this teapot, so I feel like maybe there's some drama in a friend group that might come to light. I don't know. There's some kind of something's gonna show up. That will be maybe it's not necessarily surprising, but it's gonna be kind of like more information than what you thought, or maybe a realization about maybe society, maybe about, you know, your career or about schooling, you know? Which I think that's pretty cool. If you're already learning something within the first week of university, I think that's great. But I think for you, it's just learning to balance the new emotions, the stress, the workload, and then on top of it, like, I don't know what it is about this. I don't know if it's the degree you're going into, or maybe it's just going to be going to school with new people. I think you're going to get exposed to something different, and I think you're really going to figure out what you truly like and what you truly don't like. And you're going to find yourself kind of growing up and changing because of the workload and what's expected of you. So, yeah, I wish you the best, Liam. I know you got this. Just keep going forward. You know, it's like my sister actually is going to be graduating grad school next month. So I'm going to go get to see her do that. And I mean, she just went through so much, you know, to get through grad school. And I'm really proud of her. And yeah, university is a lot. So I say I'm proud of everybody who does it and keeps going. All right, so next we've got Lily, then Solido, and then Lesko. So Lily, I'm gonna go back to your question. Thank you for being patient. Will I and Yuki get back together and meet in September? We had an argument, and he's very defensive right now. We are in no contact right now. Ooh. Ooh. Oh man, this is messy. All right. How do are they gonna get back together, Spirit? No. Is there a reason you said September? Why you think you're gonna get back with him then? Because I don't necessarily know that there's a timeline, or that you even should get back together. I feel like this is gonna be like... Alright, Lily, I'm going to be honest, this reading might be a little triggering for you, but I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. I feel like you gotta let go of this connection. You'll be moving to my country for 2 years. Hey, Alicia! Hi! Okay, so right now, in terms of like what's going on between the two of you, we've got grief. Okay, so both of you are grieving this relationship. We've got winter, so I feel like something's going to come out in the winter time. So maybe you won't get back together in the fall, but winter may be significant for you. Walking away. We've got reinvention. Searching online, looking for information. Cleansing. And then commitment. Okay, so I feel like if you are going to be... Is everything okay? Yeah, absolutely. Where do I even start, Lily? Because, like, I'm not gonna lie. In order to properly answer your question to the level of quality that I like to give all of my subscribers, this is just a messy situation. So I'm gonna try to condense this into 5 minutes. Because... in order for this relationship to truly work out, you're gonna have to reinvent yourself, but you're gonna have to reinvent yourself in a way that you are still remaining to be open to this connection, which may not necessarily be what you desire after going through this transformation. I feel as though you walking away triggered him. I feel like he doesn't want to let go of the situation, but he does not want to let go of his ego. Mind over meth. Hey, Hugo. Thank you for stopping by. And I feel like you're both committed to the wrong things in your relationship. And I feel like you're committed to the wrong things about your disagreement. And I think that stubbornness is what's going to cause this relationship to crumble and fall apart. Because essentially you guys are more focused on who's right rather than being willing to compromise. Yeah, no, I don't think he's ignoring you on purpose. I think he doesn't feel like he can win in his relationship with you right now. And I feel like both of you are not truly authentically seeing each other. I feel like you're both triggering each other's wounds, and I think that's what's causing it to turn into someone's got to play the villain, but not like to the villain to the extent where everybody's bad, right? But I do feel like there's kind of a necessary gap that needs to happen for everybody to cool down and really get into each other's truth. Because if you are wanting to commit to each other, like you say, then you guys need to actually agree on commitment. Like really being like, okay, what is the true trouble that's going